Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leap Futures Morning Leap. This is our pre-market trade plan setup for Tuesday, September the 22nd, 2015. My name is Doug McKay. I'm the founder of Quantum Leap Futures. This is a subscription room. We are a live trade room. We come together each morning from 8:45 for about 30 minutes to take a look at the structure of the market, the macro to the micro, and we drill down to our trade levels and our trade plan for the day. Then we go into live trading and analysis for the regular trading session. If you want more information, send me an email at quantumleapfutures@gmail.com or send me a Skype message at Doug_McKay. I'll be the one from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. If you want to see more of these videos, they are posted every day at the end of the day or the beginning of the next day. On YouTube, you can do a search of Quantum Leap Futures. Please follow me at Crazy2 on Twitter. Before we get started, just let's get the legals done. This information is for the purpose of educating members who want to expand the knowledge of the business of trading. It's not for trading or investment advice. You and only you are responsible for the trades or investment decisions you make. Trading futures or any instrument involves risk loss. Please consider carefully whether futures or options are appropriate to financial situation. Only risk capital should be used when trading futures or options. Investors could lose more than their initial investment. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance is not indicative of future results in any trades that you see in Quantum Leap. All for education purposes only. Please trade your own due diligence and your own risk metrics. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at news today. Really don't have much news. We've got HPI month over month coming out at 9 Eastern time, and then European consumer confidence and USD Richmond manufacturing, announcement from Great Britain, but that's about it. The big news is going to be the big gap down overnight. Let's take a look at our trade plan from yesterday and how the trade levels played out. We were using this level right here, 59.50. Got long with the break above it. Our first target was the overnight VPOC and then the overnight high. Both of those were taken out, and we continued on to our next two trade levels. Missed our target by 3 ticks at 69.75. We did get a FUBAR, Mr. Sneaky, tech gap. That led the way to a rollover and a move right through into the prior day value. 80% destination trade down to the 48.75, which was the value area low from the prior day, Friday, and went down a little bit more. I was looking for a move down to 43. We missed it slightly again, got down to 44.25, and we rotated back up into the balance and into value. We basically took 2 full turns through prior day value, and we've got overlapping value overnight. Of course, we were talking about yesterday being a rotational day because on Friday we had a neutral day, so we were looking for another neutral day yesterday, and that's exactly what we got, and we traded it accordingly. All right, so each morning I like to start the day with a basic chart. I use a 9 EMA and a 20 SMA. I'm simply looking at where are we within the different time frames in terms of trends. And you can see that I'm looking for slope and separation and where the trends are challenged or slowing down or possibly reversing. And you can see that we've had the strong trend on the monthly. Last month we closed below the 9 and the 20. We're currently below the 9 and 20. We did try to go up and get above the 9 and the 20. We failed off the 9 again and came down, and we've got 5 or 6 days left of trading this month, and we're currently below the 9 and the 20, and this will be most likely the second month in a row that we close below those two moving averages. Going down to the weekly, we had this big move down. We had a FUBAR, Mr. Sneaky tech gap came up and closed the tech gap, and we rejected the 9 from below, and we've got slope and separation to the downside. This is starting to be a fairly strong trend to the downside on the weekly. On the daily, we had this same pattern. FUBAR, Mr. Sneaky tech gap. We closed the tech gap, and then we've been failing to hold above the 9 and the 20 to get a move back to the other way with a big move overnight. We're going to have a big gap down today. Gap rules are in effect, and we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. Going down to the 4-hour, you can see that we are now, we failed to get back above the 20, and we're continuing this trend down. There's a naked cross on the 4-hour up at 72.75 still. Going to the 1-hour, same thing. Very strong move down, good slope and separation. The trend is to the downside. Going to the 30-minute, picture stays the same, trending down. 15-minute, trending down, and 5-minute. Okay, we had strong trend overnight. They consolidated, and now we're getting continuation to the downside. Do have a naked cross here at 34.50. There's another one up here at 60.25. So the area down here hasn't been tested properly yet. We've got that naked close. Well, let's take a look at it. Let's bring that up there. All right, so here's the big picture. We've been using the 1948.75 as our key line in the sand for further continuation to price discovery to buyers below. And last night we broke through this. We closed yesterday at 63.50, so we have a gap up here at 63.50, and we're below the 48.75, and we're below the 40. But more importantly, we're below, I'm sorry, we're not below, we were just below the 28.75. So basically, we're not likely to close this gap today. Greater than 15 points is very rare that you'll get a gap close. Where we're trading right now, roughly a half back is going to be about 45. But I'm really watching this 43.25 and this area here at 40.50. And then the key line for me today is going to be this 29.50 and 28.75 with confirmation down here at 25. I really think that we're likely going to see some continuation lower today. We tried to hold value up here and around the 57 the last 2 days. Overnight, they gap it down. I don't think they're going to find a lot of buyers with conviction in this area. This area right here, 31 and 27.75, undetermined fair value. But more importantly, we're breaking below that 6-day value area low, microcomposite value area low, and likely to come down and close this gap out here at the 22 and 21.75. A lot of unfinished business down here. 17.50 going to be a key number for us today. If we don't hold that, then I'm looking for that final move down here into the 1912 and 0750 area. And then if we get below that, I'm looking into the 1800s again. If we fall out of this value area that we've been trading in again, I think we've got to come down into the 1800s and probably pretty deep into the 1800s this time. So let's take a look at what we've got overnight, and then we'll start setting up our trade plan for the day. All right, so our overnight high is up at 65. Our overnight low currently, I'm just going to get rid of all of these and we'll redraw all of this so that it's fresh in our mind. All right, so our overnight low currently is 25.75, and we still got 35 minutes to go, so we could see a lower low, but I'm going to put in at 25.75. So 96% probability of taking out the overnight low or the overnight high. Our current 20-day ATR right now is running at 49.20. So off of the low so far at 1925.75 plus the 49.20 is a upside ATR target of 74.75. Our downside target off of the high overnight at 65 minus the 49.20 puts us into that 15.75, which is right by that 17.50 area and just above that 12 area that I'm looking at. So with the 96% probability and a huge gap, we're likely to see initiative sellers stepping in on this open. We're going to open out of range, out of value, and we're likely to see initiative sellers stepping in to go down and close this gap. We've got a naked VPOC at 23. We've got the overnight low at 25.75, and then we've got the naked close at 21.75 with another key CHVN here at 18.75, and the downside ATR target, okay, is right there as well. So I'm going to draw that in at 15.75. All right, and then the ATR target to the upside, which I don't think we're going to see today because the probabilities tell us it's not likely, is up here at 74.75. All right, and then our overnight VPOC is here at 34. And we're currently trading 29.25. So the key right now, we don't need this anymore. And we've got this LVN area between 39 and 41.75 that I'm going to talk about in just a minute. But I'm going to bring this up. So just above us right now, we have this 29.50, but we also have 28.75 below us. We're trading right at a inflection area right now. So I'm going to use the 29.25 so that we encompass both these levels. I don't want to be short unless we're below 28.75. I don't want to be long unless we're above 29.50. I'm going to actually use 29.75. If we get above there, then we're back inside of this value, and we've got these wicks to deal with right here. My first target is going to be the 31.75. But the real target's going to be this 34, a return back to the overnight value. And then there's really nothing up here, okay, until we get all the way up into 40. This is a pretty blunt area. You've got a CHVN here at 35, but I'd be taking the 34 overnight itself. Where's the... Let me just bring this back up here. Did I close it right out? Oh, there it is. Right now, you've got nothing above that 34. You can see even overnight, we have a pretty strong distribution. You could use the fractal high at 37, but you really got to go up into the VWAP area and this LVN that runs from 39 up into 41.75. And you've got what I consider to be now a key line in the sand above us, which is this 1940.50. So you've got a trade area that actually starts at 39, and I'm going to double it up here because, you know, you got to wait for them to get through this area. I mean, you could take the long, because I think we're going to go through it pretty quickly, but in between that whole thin area, okay, you've got this 40.50. I know this is going to look weird, but I'm going to put 40.50 in here. Send this back to the back. And this is going to be my key line in the sand above. I'm actually going to have two of them. All right, everybody understand what I'm talking about here? We got a little bit of a zipper area, and take this T out. And if we get above it, then I think we're going to make the move. And remember, the half gap fill is up at 44, but I'm actually targeting this 43.25. And then I'll be using the 44 to 45 area. I want to be above the 45 to get, to take the long inside of the range and see if we can get up at least to this value area low. But the first target above is going to be 46.75, and then there's this 48.75 is that second line, but there's an LVN here at 47.75, so I'm going to, again, I'm going to incorporate both of those. And this is my second line in the sand. If we get above there, the second line in the sand, I think we're going to see a move back into value again. We had kind of like a triple distribution day yesterday, a neutral day. So above there, I'd be targeting the value area low here at the 51, and then inside of value, a move to take out the naked VPOC, and a continuation to test the midpoint, the open, and the VWAP. And above there, a move, 80% destination trade up into the 62 value area high, and a target at the naked close here at 63.50, and a takeout of the overnight high. And then really there's not much until we get up into the 69 area. I would be targeting this HVN right here at 67.50, and above there, then we take out that ATR target. This is not my main plan. This is my secondary shocking plan. My main plan is to fail at this 28, 29 area, come down, take out the overnight low, take out the naked VPOC, and come down and test this 18 and 17.50 area. If that doesn't hold and we don't rotate up back through there, then I'm looking for them to take out the ATR downside target and come down to the 11.50. And this is going to be our big target. Our next big target below is going to be the 12. I'm going to front run it, and I'm going to use 13.50, but I'm looking for continuation down to this 12. And then the key line in the sand below us is going to be this 1907.50. Okay, if we get below this value area and we don't hold, and just above it, you've got the target at 08.25. We don't bounce off of here and we break below this, then I'm looking for a move down to test that 89.75, that swing low. Sorry, 98.75. And there's really not much to target below here, but you've got a HVN at 0350, CHVN, and 1900. I don't think 1900s, I think 1900 is going to be like butter. We slice through it very quickly. And then below, if we don't bounce off of this 98.75, the first main target below is this 94.50. And then we have all our same targets below in trade areas, 84.50, 77. Let me just see if they're all still 84.50, 77, 75. This is really a blunt area of the profile. So the next big area comes down into the 77, 75. It used to be 87, if you remember, in the September contract, but it shifted down to the 77. And then you've got 75 below, 67.25. And then we've got a naked close here at 86.50. I'm sorry. Did I say 86.50? A naked close at 64.50. I don't know where that came from. And then below there, you've got 56.50. And I'll have to do some more work on some of the templating days when we get back down here. The big destination is, believe it or not, all the way down here at 18.19 when we get back inside of this value area between 32.50 and 71. We spent a long time in this area before. So I think we're going to make quick work of it. If we get into the 1800s, there's not a lot to hold us up until we get down to the lower 1800s. I don't think that's going to happen today, but we have to be prepared no matter what. My main hypothesis is a rotational day with a downside bias to take out the overnight low in this 23 and 21.75 area. And then I think we could bounce, but if we don't bounce from there, a move down into the 12 as the next big target below. So that's what I'm looking at. Let's take a look at the Keltner. Right now, our Keltner center line is 29.25, so it's right at that trade area. If we hold above it, 34.75, which is our overnight balance. And then if we break below it, move to the downside, is going to take us down into the overnight low in that naked VPOC and naked close down between 23 and 21.75. Quick look at gold. Gold is has fallen out of this balance that it was trying to find in around the 37. It's testing a key level right now at 22.75. This is a breakout. I'm expecting a bigger move down into this 1106 area. If we break inside of this 1118, 1117 area, then we're back inside a value of this distribution zone that centers around the VPOC, microcomposite VPOC and CHVN here at 1107. And we're failing to hold value higher, so they're likely to come down and look for buyers down here in the 1107 area. Really not going to be trading gold. I'm looking for opportunities on gold to get long, because I want to get long into this 1240. Just keep taking swings at it, and one of these ones is going to run like this one ran when we got long in the 1180 range and rode it all the way up to, well, we gave a lot back because we didn't close it out at 69.80. I think we closed it out somewhere down in the 28 or 29 area, I forget. Anyway, that's what I'm looking at gold. Again, it's going to be a whippy day. This area has a lot of undetermined fair value, and it's going to be quite choppy in this area. As always, trade well, trade safe, and we will catch you on the flip side.